I just rushing you through.
Just so the board is aware, I cannot get in board docs, so everything I'll be doing tonight is manual, okay? So, Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Stedmeyer Walls,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
and Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you very much. With that, can I have the approval of the last month's meeting?
Madam President, approval of May 11th, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
It's been moved to second. Any discussion? There's no discussion? Can we have the vote?
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Ms. Stedmeyer Walls,
Yes.
Dr. Rice.
Yes. Okay, it's been moved and approved. What's next?
Communications. Do you have communications? Discussion.
Okay, next on the agenda will be the discussion items. I have a couple that I wanted to bring to our attention. Okay. Let me see. Thank you. One of the discussion items that I wanted to bring up is that we have many board members that are contacting our legal department instead of contacting me to let them know that they wanted to speak to the legal department or to discuss what is going on if they're having a problem. This board knows that you must go through the president in order to contact the legal department. Legal department charges us every single time one of us contacts them. I have two that have contact that I'm going to bring to the attention of Dr. Rice. You were one of the ones who contacted our legal department. When you do that, the legal department then contacts me to get permission to follow through with it.
Sure.
When they contacted me, at first I said, no, then I thought about it. I said, no, I'm going to do an investigation. And I wanted to read to you, that's why I'm looking at one of my folders, exactly what your email said. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Diane, do you have,
I do
You
not.
just have the
Want me to make a
response?
copy? No. I don't have it.
I gave it to you.
Um,
Yeah.
If you have it with you, I can certainly make a copy real quickly.
Okay, yeah, this was in reaction to me being the president, and that we did not follow organizational rules the night of me being elected as the president. And she contacted the president, she contacted the legal department, and I told them that they could go ahead and do an investigation to make sure that we were following the correct rules of that. And they said we absolutely were following the correct rules. And they said there was nothing wrong with the information that we did, and they showed protocol. They even said that Ms. Eldermeyer voted twice. They said that she had the right to change her vote. And that's when she voted. She voted for both, myself and you. And they said that she had the right to make that change. And there was nothing wrong with that.
Okay, she's coming here tonight, right? Because there's some, I also have done some research as well. And, we need to discuss that further.
Well, I don't
She'll
think,
be here at 7.
7, so we can handle that at that particular time.
okay. That was what I'm gonna have to find out.
So thank you.
Do you
And
want
I
me to
sent it.
go and get
What
that?
I sent to everybody,
Could you-
the email that I sent it to all the board members.
No, it didn't come up.
You got it,
No,
am I right?
I didn't get it.
You got it?
Yes, no, it was
You
the
got it.
attorney who sent it to me.
No, I sent it to you, your email.
Your carbon copy did not come out. You did a copy. I did not get it. I don't know, Mary, did you get the copy? I know when I talked to her, she hadn't gotten the copy that you had sent.
Oh, okay. But you got it.
You see, I
I know.
You got
Well, I know she.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's name was on it.
it.
It doesn't mean
I don't know
that
that you have it, but I did receive it. I don't know about
Okay,
anybody
it
else.
doesn't mean that she sent it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know about anybody else. Speaking for
So,
myself.
But I sent it, definitely. I
Yeah,
haven't shot over there.
While we're waiting, may I, Madam President?
Yeah.
We do have somebody in the audience that I wanted to introduce you to,
Okay,
who is later in the program, but I think it would be a good thing to let him
please.
speak and address the board. You wanna come on up, Paula, you wanna introduce him, and let him, tell us a little bit about himself. I turn it over to Paula.
Good evening, board members. Not sure whether you're aware or not, but Randolph Woods, it was on the agenda, did step down from, band director, Shaw High School band director. So, we did look up and find us a good one. His name is Nicholas Harper. I'd like to call him to the front to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
My name is Nicholas Harper. I am a native of Toledo, Ohio, but I now reside actually in Avon, Ohio. I came to Cleveland as the band director for Maple Heights School District, and now I have transitioned to come over to the East Cleveland School District to become band director for Shaw High School. And so one of the things that we talked about in my interview, and I got a chance to talk with Dr. Pettigrew, was to create a music program that's comprehensive, that's more than just the marching band. For me, my thing has always been giving kids scholarships. And so with having a more comprehensive music program, including things like solo and ensemble through OMEA, we give our students a better chance at receiving scholarships to schools that are not just HBCUs, but as well as PWIs and then performing arts schools like Juilliard or Berkeley. And so I know that this will be a transition year, but the goal will be to create that program and make it more comprehensive to include symphonic band, jazz band, percussion ensembles, or anything else that may be in the music field that will give our students that exposure to things other than just marching band.
Any other questions?
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Next is Bill Zimmer.
Where are we on the agenda? I do have what you requested.
Okay. I do believe I found it here. Also.
I just forgot. Word.
Could you read, the text that went to, yeah,
Okay, so was May 8th, just to read it into the record. It was to Dear Attorney Andrew, the East Cleveland Board of Education convened its organizational meeting on Monday, January 12th, 2026. An audio and visual recording of the proceedings is attached for your review. I write to formally document and seek guidance regarding significant concerns related to the conduct of the officer elections and the overall proceedings of this meeting. In my opinion, the process used deviated materiality from established parliamentary procedures, including Robert's Rules of Order, as well as from the board's customary practices. These deviations raise substantial questions regarding the legality and validity of the actions taken. During the meeting, multiple objections were raised by both members of the public and myself concerning procedural irregularities. Of particular concern, the election process resulted in 2 individuals being elected to the office of president. This outcome presents a fundamental procedural defect and calls into question whether the actions taken may be considered void or at minimum voidable due to non-compliance with governing rules and basic principles of deliberative process. Based upon my 10 years of service on the board and participation in 9 prior organizational meetings, it is my professional assessment that the structure and execution of this meeting was inconsistent with established practice and may have been orchestrated in a manner intended to predetermine the outcome of the presidential election. These circumstances implicate broader legal concerns, including potential violations of the Ohio Open Meetings Act, Ohio Revised Code 121.22, due process principles, the board's governing policies, and other applicable provisions of Ohio law governing public bodies. The East Cleveland Board of Education was led in a manner inconsistent with statutory requirements and established parliamentary procedures. Accordingly, I respectfully request a review of the attached recordings and any related documentation. I would appreciate your guidance on this matter. Respectfully, Mary E. Rice.
Boy, that was a nice letter. I need to tell you, that even sounded better to me.
Resource,
You read it.
please.
And then on May 13th, this is from the Board of Education's attorney, Donna Rice.
Do we have copies of that?
No, but I will read it and then I will give you a
Okay.
copy.
Excuse me. I'm
I will
listening.
read it and
I
give
said
you a copy.
excuse me, period. That doesn't mean that we have to be rude.
I will read it and then you may have a copy.
Okay,
Okay.
I definitely want a copy.
Dear Board President, I think Ms. Singh's analysis is very comprehensive. Ms. Singh is a member of the staff of Pepple and Wagner. Please let us know if you have any questions after reviewing it, Donna. On Wednesday, May 13th, 2026 at 5:20 p.m., Ms. Singh sent this message regarding she is an employee of Pepple and Wagner,
Yeah, I think it's Andrew.
the attorney. Well, I'm just reading
Oh,
what it says here. Dear Board President, Attorney Andrew asked me to review Board Member Mary Rice's question below regarding the election of board officers. For purposes of this analysis, I am not aware of any board adopted policies or procedures governing the conduct of officer elections. I have reviewed the board's January 12, 2026 organizational meeting video. For the reasons discussed below, it is my opinion that the procedural irregularities that occurred during the organizational meeting were properly resolved that night and did not void or otherwise invalidate your election as president. Consequently, all actions taken by the board since the organizational meeting, barring any other independent legal irregularities that are unknown to me, are also valid. With respect to the election for the board president, the video revealed that 2 members, you and Dr. Rice, were nominated from the floor, followed by roll call votes for each nominated member. Ms. Eldermeyer voted yes for both you and Dr. Rice, which resulted in both candidates receiving a majority vote for board president. However, after the vote occurred, the issue with this was immediately raised by the treasurer. After some brief discussion, Ms. Eldermeyer changed her vote and confirmed her vote for board president for you. As a result, you were elected board president and proceeded to take the oath. Dr. Rice congratulated you on your election, and she was subsequently elected as vice president. The board then continued the rest of the meeting, and there were no additional concerns raised by any members regarding the election procedure. Board Policy 1.15 provides that, except as otherwise provided by law, by regulation, or by the policies of the board, meetings of the board shall be conducted in accordance with the most recent edition of Robert's Rules of Order. First, the nominations were conducted appropriately under Robert's Rules of Order, newly revised RONC When nominations are made from the floor, as was the case here, members rise to make their nominations, and the chair repeats each nomination until all nominations have been offered. RONR 46.8. A second is not required for nominations. Vote is the appropriate method of election. Under Robert's rules, each member, when called upon, states the name of the eligible individual for whom they are voting, whether or not the person was nominated. Votes are tallied and announced, and if no candidate received a majority, additional rounds of voting are conducted until a candidate receives the required vote. RONR 46.31, 46.42. In this instance, the confusion arose during the voting procedure. Rather than having each board member state the name of the individual for whom they wish to vote, the vote was conducted by having each member respond with yes or no for each nominated candidate. Moreover, nothing in Robert's rule that states that a procedural error nullifies the vote or voids an election. Under Robert's rule, a member has the right to change his or her vote up to the time the result is announced. Afterwards, the change can only happen by the unanimous consent of the board and granted immediately following the announcement of the results. RONR 45.8. Here, Ms. Eldermeyer's dual yes votes cast for both candidates was identified and addressed immediately following the vote taken for you. Before any final result was announced, Ms. Eldermeyer was afforded the opportunity to clarify her vote in accordance with Robert's rules, and she did so. In my opinion, the ultimate result was clear and accurately recorded in the minutes. See attached minutes at page 1. Second, there are time limits on efforts to challenge or change a vote. After the results of a vote has been announced, a member may raise a point of order regarding the conduct of the vote, move to retake the vote, or request unanimous consent to change their vote. However, this must be done immediately following the announcement of the results and before any debate or business of the board commences. RONR 45.9. In this case, following your confirmation as board president and the administration of the oath of office for president, the remainder of the organizational meeting proceeded in the ordinary course with no point of order raised. Here's the final paragraph. Finally, Robert's rules does not carry independent legal force or authority, but rather serve as guide to govern an organization's proceedings. As noted in Board Policy 1.15, except as otherwise provided by law, by regulation, or by the policies of the board, meetings of the board shall be conducted in accordance with the most recent edition of Robert's Rules of Order. There are examples in the law where particular events can invalidate a board's actions. For example, when a public body takes formal action in a meeting for which it did not properly give notice, the action is invalid under the Open Meetings Act. Neither Ohio law, board policy, nor Robert's rules provides that a procedural irregularity that is corrected immediately during the election of board officers operates to invalidate subsequent formal actions properly taken by the board. Please let me know if you have any additional questions or would like to discuss. Thank you, Emmy. And that's the way she signed up.
Thank you very much. Everyone will receive, all board members will receive a copy.
When was that sent?
Letter.
When was that sent?
May
13th, you said?
13th.
Okay, with that,
Comments on that?
sure.
My comments on that is, she did mention that there were procedural irregularities. Yes, she did. That's,
She said there were no procedural irregularities.
I didn't hear that. And I'll definitely.
I will make sure you get a copy.
Please do. but I heard that she said there were some procedural
There were none.
irregularities, but they were not addressed.
There were no
And there were
procedural
addressed.
irregularities.
Not only did I address them then, as did Mr. O'Mays and there was two other guests who mentioned it as
Don't
well.
write on it, I wanna
We-
give them a copy with no one writing on it.
It's staying right there.
I will give everybody a
Please.
copy so you
So
can
at any
individually
rate, I
address
just
it.
want you to know that was what I heard, so therefore I'll have my own investigation. Thank you,
This was your own investigation.
thank you very much,
And
appreciate
at
it.
this point, we're going to stand as it reads from the legal department.
Not a problem.
Ms. Mountain, are you going to say something?
No, she don't
And
like
we
copies.
send your vote.
Okay. Ms. Elmer, I'll talk to you at a later date concerning your back. And with that, we go on to, are we gonna go to the buildings and grounds?
That's next on the agenda.
Okay, then next on our agenda, we're gonna go to committee reports. The first one is the report on buildings and grounds. Okay, I know, Ms. Elmer, that you weren't here, or you didn't meet with them on Zoom for the buildings and grounds. So I'll read.
Who met for building and house?
It's supposed to have been.
No, I was in the hospital.
Yes, I know, I said, I
No,
know
right, I
you
was
didn't
letting
meet,
her, yeah.
so therefore we're going to go on.
Who met for building and house?
Me,
Oh, okay, so it was you that met for building, that's all, you don't have to, I just wanted to know who met, that's all.
moving right along. Resolution to authorize the contract with payment to Midwest Installation Group. Okay. Midwest Installation Group, that's one of the consortium?
It's part of Ohio School Council.
Okay, most of these that we read, they're part of Ohio School Council. So the contracts have already been considered and we have already got people to do it. Would you like to give us a little information on what we're going to do with this one?
Yeah, this is, we are closing 2 buildings. So this is the moving services to move the classrooms, move the equipment, moving, shutting down Mayfair as well as Superior, and moving items to Caledonia and to Kirk. This is the company that is going to be doing that.
Thank you very much. I move that we pass this resolution. Can I hear a second? It's been moved and second. Discussion? No discussion? Can I have a vote, Ms. Wood?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion
It's
passed.
been moved and passed. Thank you.
Can't hear my little voice over here.
Your mic working?
A little louder. I'm sorry.
The next on our agenda is motion to authorize a contract with and payment to AJ Moller Electric Incorporated. I move that we pass this resolution. Can I have a second?
A second.
Move to second. Discussion.
Okay, what is that all about?
The main electrical panel is at the end of the life at Chambers. Chambers is quite old. So now it needs, just like a home, needs the main electrical box replaced. There was some damage and some corroded items, the distribution breakers, as it says right there. So this is to fix those things for Chambers.
And I was gonna say, on each one of our agendas, every single breakdown is put down here, as to why they are being done. Next on the agenda,
Nope.
May we have a vote, please?
oh, I'm sorry.
Discussion? That was it?
Yeah, he gave the discussion.
Okay. So, Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Dr. Rice.
Yes.
Passes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. The next resolution to authorize a contract with and payment to Gardner. I move that we pass this resolution.
A second.
It's been moved and passed, moved and second.
Who's second?
twice.
I had Dr. Rice's second that came out.
Any discussion? Can I have a vote, please?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, it's been moved and passed. The next resolution. Motion to authorize contract with and payment to Great Fire Incorporated, DBA, Silicone Fire and Security. I move that we pass this resolution. I have a
Second.
Discussion, please. Can I have a vote? Oh,
I
I'm
do
sorry.
have a question.
Please.
You included Superior, Performing Arts in this,
Yes,
is there a reason?
because these are your sprinkler systems. So because we're still on those buildings, we still have to make sure we have fire suppression. Number one, to make sure nothing happens to those buildings while they're still in our care, and also they're still in our insurance. So we have to make sure we have those type of devices in all buildings, or it would void insurance.
No more discussion? And can we have a vote, please?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
And with that, that
Motion
concludes.
passes.
That one.
E,
He's taking 2 pages at once. Which one is
Two
that?
more?
Two more. Yep.
E and F.
Which one?
E,
The summit.
E and F.
Um, Resolution to authorize contract with and payment to Masonic Partners LLC. I move that we pass this resolution. May I have a second?
I second.
2 seconds, please. Thank you.
Discussion.
Can you talk about this a little bit, this lunch program?
Yeah, for the lunch program, it's an annual contract. They help us with our menus, and they help us keep us in compliance, so that our funding can continue to flow. They had a hard job of helping us get good food for the students. Because the one thing students will always tell you is that lunches can be better, lunches can be better. So that's our partner in that. And there are many other schools helping, trying to make sure healthy food is also enjoyable.
We will vote?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
and Ms. Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, it's been moved and passed. And last resolution, F. Resolution to authorize a contract with and payment to Connect. I move that we pass this resolution. Can I have a second?
I second.
There, discussion?
How much is the payment? I don't see that on here.
There should be an exhibit attached on the basket. Is that attached? The board docs,
I don't see it.
Tom?
The exhibit is going to be dependent on the number of students that we have that are enrolling next year,
Okay,
and if there's any changes in the services that we're providing at this point. So exhibit A just gives a listing of those items. There is not a total with this. This is simply a one-year contract.
how much per student?
Of course, that'd be about everything together, $16 a student.
Times how many students? Trying to just get a ballpark.
Say 1,000 students.
$16 a student.
Yes. This covers DASL, progress books, so the report cards, teacher grade book, IEP Anywhere, there's an internet connectability that's in here that guarantees children's safety online. And there's also our subscription to Final Forms, which is what we use to get students to register into the school district. So
How long have we been with Connect?
long time.
So you would say roughly 20,000?
I beg
Is
your pardon?
that what you all paid last year? It would be roughly the same as you paid?
It'll be roughly the
Last
same,
year.
yes.
Okay.
Does that help?
Okay. Can we have a vote?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Dr. Rice.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. That concludes, the committee for the grounds. We're going on to reports of the education committee. Motion to authorize a contract with a payment.
I have a question. Same question, basically. Who's on the education committee and
I'm the chairman.
you're the chairman of the education, committee? And who else is on there?
No one. Look by myself.
That's,
Remember you were,
there's only one person on the committee?
that's all that we have to have. It's one person on the committee. And I'm there.
Interesting.
Okay. Again, motion to authorize a contract with a payment to Monarch Center for Autism. Yeah, I move that we accept, this resolution. Can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. In the discussion, we have Ms. Council here who can answer any of those questions.
Courtney.
Are there any questions about Monarch? It's for extended school year for our students,
Were there any questions?
oh, she did
I gave her
not.
Oh, okay.
We and Courtney got that, she got more explanation.
So, those students who, data shows that they will regress over the summer, over a period of time, qualify for extended school year services. And that is what that is.
So it's not, it's almost like summer school.
It is, but yes, it's like summer school. It's different than a camp because they do follow the students' IEPs and work on their IEP goals.
Okay, discussion's done. Can we have a vote?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next. Motion to authorize a contract with a payment to Achievement Centers for Children, Camp Cheerful, Sensational Day in Strongsville. I move that we pass this resolution.
Second.
Then move to second, discussion.
Who's overseeing this summer camp?
You wanna talk about that one too?
That one, which one is that one?
Cheerful.
Cheerful?
Camp Cheerful, is in Strongsville, as they stated, and it is a extension of, the Achievement Center, but this is a different location.
She wanted to know who's overseeing it.
In the district, you mean, that would be me, but it's through that actual school or company.
And is it only for 2 students?
It is for 2 students. Those 2 students, attend here during the school year, and, they need more intense services than our summer school provides.
Oh.
So they go, to Camp Cheerful.
And again, there's special education.
They are.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Wood, could you please?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
and Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Reports, resolution to amend and adopt Board policy. And you see, we have a listing of them here. Policy 3.19, staff use of recording devices. 6.09, copy of student and absenteeisms and excuses. 6.01, copy of academic acceleration, early entrance to kindergarten and early high school graduation. 6.10, preventing chronic absenteeism. It's a new one. 6.21, copy of uniform discipline code. And 7.17, copy of extracurricular activities. I move that we pass these policies. Can I have a second?
I second.
Discussion. Ms. Wick, please call the roll.
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Resolution to approve transportation schedules and routes for the 2026 to 2027 school year. I move that we pass this resolution. Can I have a second?
I second.
Discussion. I only have one. We said that we're going to get a listing.
The routes, you have the routes?
I can print a copy, or I can email to board members.
I prefer email.
Email, please.
Email is perfect. Okay. Ms. Wood, could you please take the vote?
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
and Ms. Sanders.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, and that concludes education. Next on the agenda, can I please have Ms. Sanders do the report of the Finance Committee?
There's no.
There's nothing on it.
Except for the resolution.
That, what was there was withdrawn.
Okay,
There is a finance meeting on June
29th.
29th.
So everything will be, communicated then.
That's everybody, right?
I'm sorry?
That's everyone, June 29th. That's the date.
Yes,
that
the
we- that's
board
date
approved
we,
that date at the last
approved.
meeting.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
just making sure I had it right.
okay, and that concludes the committee meetings. Next we'll get the recommendations of the superintendent.
Yes, Madam President, thank you. I have a few appointments here that I'm asking for a motion to approve these appointments. Yes.
Okay,
And A.
I move that we accept the superintendent's suggestion that these appointments be approved. Can I have a second?
I second.
Discussion? No discussion?
We're having Saturday school too.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Please go.
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
B, retirement. We have one this evening. I'm asking the board to approve the retirement of one person on the agenda.
I move that we accept the superintendent's retirement suggestion. Can I have a second?
I second.
Discussion? Ms. Wick, can I have a vote? Call for the vote.
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
Ms. Sanders,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
My final recommendation is C, professional leave, asking for a approval of the professional leave listed.
I move that we approve the professional leave that the superintendent has given us. Do I have a second?
A second.
Discussion.
I have a question. So now that we're doing the roll-off when the educators go and take these classes, will they be coming back?
Absolutely, they can, yes. Y'all got that?
I need a question.
When we come back from professional development, at the next scheduled board meeting, give a presentation or an update to the board. Absolutely. It's a great idea.
That goes on forever.
I have a question also.
Yeah.
When are we gonna start making cuts to professional leaves
We have
due to our budgets?
We have been. What you see here are things that we feel are necessary for where we're going and the direction we're going in. But we say no to a more professional development than we say yes to nowadays. And even the ones that you see there, even if it's going out of state, we've drilled it, we've scrutinized it, we've sought other alternatives. But we're really going after the content. So these folks will come back. Based on that suggestion, they'll come back and they can give you a debrief on what they learned and how it's going to help our district.
No other questions? Then can you get the vote?
Ms. Stepmy Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Eldermeyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rice?
Yes.
Pardon me?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Fountain?
No.
And Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. And that concludes the committee report and the superintendent's report. Executive. We're now going into the executive meeting, for the first one.
Treasurer says motion to enter executive session regarding the employment of a public employee, the treasurer. Yes.
Can we get a copy of it?
Of,
With the evaluation, a hard copy? I don't know, I know we have in the past received. So no?
Did you make hard copies of your
it was sent to all of the board members
Yeah.
via email.
And we're responding.
So, no, I
So
don't
this
have.
way I know that Ms. Fountain responded, I responded. And, so that Ms. Eldermeyer
I
responded
received.
to the copies.
Well, everyone received the copy of the evaluation. So, one of the things that the board had said, which is why I didn't do hard copy, is because we're trying to eliminate all of the paper. So that's why it was emailed to all the board members.
Okay, I didn't make a copy, and normally I had to make a copy to bring, and then we get additional copies, because I have two copies of evaluations.
So I'm just asking board president, do you want me to make those copies? I can do that
No.
right now.
I
already
can't
sent
follow
an email.
along. I cannot follow along, unless you email it to me here, and that way I can follow. I didn't bring an A. Normally I do,
But that's your fault.
yes.
So, no, I don't feel we need to have 1,000 copies out here trying to save
Zero.
the paper. With that, we have now opened the executive session, and thank you, ladies, for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Well,
Give
we
me
need,
that.
excuse me,
Oh,
we
I'm
have
sorry,
not
I'm
did
sorry.
we have not done the vote to enter into executive
I'm
session.
always kicking people out before we do this vote. Ms. Whit, would you please?
We need a motion.
I motion that we go into executive session. Can I have a second?
Second.
For what purpose, please?
You better read this one. Motion to enter executive session regarding the employment of public employee, treasurer.
Andrew, second, please.
I second.
Dr. Rice, I'm sorry, Ms. Stepmy Ross?
Yes.
Want me to call for the vote?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Ms. Stepmy Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
No.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
and Ms. Eldermeyer.
Yes.
We will enter into executive session.